Hey guys, today we're going to start learning composite functions. I'll try to get through this as fast as possible so you understand everything in the shortest amount of time. So, here we go. The first thing we need to know is how functions even work, right? So, f of x equals 4x squared minus 2x plus 5. Well, a function is just something that it's like a machine, right? You give it an input, and it spits out an output, machine. Okay, so that's all a function is. So, what does that even mean? Well, we're trying to find f of 2. Okay, so all I have to do is this 2 replace this x up here. So now I have to replace the x's on this side with a 2. So let's do that. So let me erase this question mark because now we know how to do it. So 4, replace the x, 2 squared minus 2 times 2 plus 5 equals 4. 2 squared is 4, minus 2 times 2 is 4, and then plus 5. So I get 16 minus 4 plus 5, which equals 17. Yeah, sorry, okay. 17. Okay, that's our basics. We already know how to do that. Now, let's use that same equation, but then what if I say g of x is, I don't know, 2x? Okay. And then the problem asks you f of g of 2. Okay, now what the hell do I even do? Remember, go from inside to outside. That's like the main rule you should remember in composite functions. Inside to outside. So first let's start with this g of 2. Okay? We can ignore the f of right now. So g of 2. Well, g of 2 is I just plug in 2 right here. So I'll put in a 2 right there. So that's 2 times 2, which equals 4. Okay, so g of 2 is 4. So that means f of 4 is equal to f of g of 2, right? I just put in g of 2 is 4 right there. Boom. Okay, now we can do what we did before. F of 4 equals 4x squared minus 2x, or sorry, f of x equals 4x squared minus 2x plus 5. Now all I have to do is plug in this 4 for all these x's. So let me just write that down here. Sorry, it's a little bit messy. So 4 and then 4 squared minus 2 times 4 plus 5, which equals 4 times 16 minus 8 plus 5 equals 64 minus 8 plus 5, which equals 61. And there's my answer. Okay, so this is the basics of composite functions, right? So I'll give you guys a practice one. Let's say, no, I don't know, I'll throw you a curveball. H of x equals x cubed plus 2x minus 3. And then g of x equals 2x. So then what is h of g of 1? Okay, take a minute to solve that. And then right now, we'll solve it together. Again, remember, inside to outside. That is the main thing you need to memorize. Inside to outside. Okay, so h of g of 1. First step, look at g of 1. We look at the inside. So g of 1, what is g of 1? Well, I just plug in 1 right here. So g of 1 equals 2 times 1, which equals 2. Okay, great. So now I know that h of g of 1 is equal to h of 2. Now we do that same step and we just plug in 2 up here to this first equation. So h of 2 equals 2 cubed plus 2 times 2 minus 3, which equals 248 plus 4 minus 3 equals 9. And boom, that's my answer. That's all composite functions is. This is the main thing you need to memorize. Inside to outside. Don't start going outside to inside. Take care of this inside one first, and then everything else becomes just like our regular functions that we did over here. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.